Hey guys, Ant here, and a bit of a different video today. It'll only be a short one. You may have seen in one of my previous Homebrew Wednesdays I talked about brewing a porter as my next batch, and I was a bit concerned about trying it because I've never actually tried one. I was concerned about making 25 litres or so of porter, and I don't actually like it. I did a bit of research today to try and find a good quality commercial porter. Found a couple of sites, did it. The same few kind of popped up on both of them, but I had a bit of a search on one of the big sort of liquor stores over here and wasn't able to actually find them. So I've actually got one today. Just grabbed it now. So I thought I'd give it a try. It's a 1881. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the brand. It's Polish apparently. 9.5%. That's the brand of it. Not sure, but I'm assuming it's not a twist top, which it's not. So let me just grab my bottle opener and let's try it out. Okay, smells pretty good. Almost a little bit chocolatey. Ooh. Definitely got chocolate in there. It's quite almost syrupy. It's almost like a treacle or a syrup sort of taste to it. I've got to be honest, I don't particularly like that. I guess it's hard. There's a little bit of aniseed as well, and I like aniseed, but I don't know if I want aniseed in my beer. I might not brew that based on that. It smells beautiful. It smells chocolatey and smells like that. That smells fantastic. I just don't like the taste of it. Unfortunately, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but zero English on it. I don't think you can actually see that, but there is no English at all apart from the word porter. I can't read if it says what's in it or any sort of style. It's completely in a foreign language. I have no idea. I think it's Polish. Which is just based on my memory of when I looked it up. I'm sure it said it was Polish. There's nothing here that says it's Polish. Oh yeah, product of Poland, there we go. So 9.5% alcohol, 330 mils. Don't know, may not brew that. Yeah. I think that's a sort of beer that you'd probably have maybe like after dinner, if you just want something a bit not upmarket, but you don't want to just get a pale ale or a cerveza or something. You want a bit of that fuller after dinner. It's almost like having a glass of port, I suppose, if you're a wine drinker. If you don't want a glass of wine after dinner, you want a glass of port. But I don't particularly want 25 litres of something that I'm not gonna drink. Look, if anyone, especially in Australia, but anyone else that watches this that I might be able to look up, if there's any porters that you guys have tried that you quite like, I haven't given up on the idea. This could just be not my style. This could just be a crap porter for all I know. I know nothing about porters. Like I said, I just looked it up online. This one cropped up on a couple of lists. It was far from the top, but this was the highest rated one across the sites I was using that was available to me. But if that's how a porter tastes, I probably wouldn't bother brewing one myself. It's just not my style of beer. But yeah, if anyone has one that they've tried and they can recommend, if there's any home brewers in the Sydney area who's brewed a porter and has one at the moment, I'd happily buy a bottle off you to try it. Be happy to meet up and actually buy a bottle off you to see if a homebrew porter is a lot nicer than that. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not terrible. It's not a horrible beer. It's just, it's not a style of beer that I would drink. And as you may already know, I've just started trying to get my production line up and get my constant flow of homebrew happening. I wouldn't get through, 20 litres of that in that sort of 3 to 4 week period that I've planned my production line. No way. I'd end up, if I needed the bottles, I'd end up tipping it. It's a really long flavour. It's actually a nice flavour now at the back of my throat. It's actually, the length of the flavour is nice. And the actual flavour that I've got now is quite pleasant. It's that front flavour, because as soon as I have another mouthful of it, that flavour's gone. This flavour's here, and I don't like it. See, that an initial flavour there, I find unpleasant, but the finishing is nice. Well, I mean, the way I will be looking to have another beer to wash that down, essentially. And I think the only beer I've got at the moment is Sol, which, for those that don't know, is sort of a Corona style, a beer, a cerveza. Again, the commercial, like I said in my last homebrew, I've actually run out of homebrew at the moment. Yeah, so look, that being said, I don't want to put anyone off the brand. I don't want to put anyone off the beer. If you've had this and you like it, mate, it's just not my style of beer. I'm sure it's a commercial beer that's made in Poland, being sold in Sydney, Australia. I'm sure it's a great porter. They wouldn't be bothering to import it in here if it's not. It's just, that's not a beer for me. That's not a style of beer that I like. But worth trying. I think I'll hold off on my porter for the next run, because probably this weekend I'll probably grab my next brew and the extra bottles I need to keep my production line going. So it was going to be a porter. I'm going to scrap that. I'll come up with something else. Certainly not an IPA. My last 3 have been an IPA, so I do want to do something different. Something I'm looking at actually is I'm digressing a little bit, but I saw a St. Peter's kit, Ruby Red Ale or something. I was in Dan Murphy's, which is a big liquor chain in Australia, and they had a St. Peter's Ruby Red Ale in a bottle. So I thought, well, that'd be really interesting if I grabbed the commercial version and the homebrew version and see how they turn out. The problem is, it wasn't a big bottle. I'd say 330, 400 mils. It was about $12. Now I can, for the kit, I think was 35, and it's doing 25 litres. Paying 12 for 400 mils. It's an investment. Anyway, I'll leave it there, guys. I'm rambling a little bit. But glad I tried that. So, again, the people that maybe you want to try it yourself. How do I turn that? Maybe you want to try it and see what you think. I'd like to know if you're a porter drinker and you do like porters, give that a try and see how it compares to what you have and what you brew and like. And like I said, if there's anyone in the Sydney area homebrewing porter, might I be more than happy to buy a bottle off you and try a homebrew porter, 100%, or even just come around for a couple of schooners. Anyway, guys, have a great evening, night, morning, afternoon, wherever you are, and I'll speak to you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.